Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I have a very special video for you. We are showing you how I converted my dusty old garage into a modern sleek design in one simple step. So this is what the garage currently looks like. It's got a cold vibe to it and it almost looks lifeless. So how am I going to do this? I've ordered some open ribbed flooring from Sleek Space to revolutionize the garage. The flooring from Sleek Space come in two designs and many different colors, which is really handy because you can mix and match and design your garage how you want it. I've gone with the open rib design and chosen my colors to match the aesthetic of the car and the garage. So let's have a look what we have here. A nice black open rib tile. So soon this cold grey floor will be covered with this beautiful black tile. The colour of it is so vibrant. The first thing I wanted to check was the flex in the tile. I've done a little bit of research and found that generally tiles with the most flex are less durable and made at a worse quality. I'm trying my best to flex this and it's giving me minimal flex. All good signs so far. The first step is to clean the garage. You don't want to get any loose dust or leaves trapped under the flooring. This is a closer look at the tile. We have two sides with clips on them and two sides with clip-ins. The first tip is to make sure you are consistent on which sides you put the clips on and keep that up through the whole way through. For example, I had the clips on the left and the bottom of the tile the whole way through. I also went with a ramp for the front of the flooring, so it's a lot easier to drive the car up onto. So as you can see here, I'm using a rubber mallet just to clip these together. Honestly, you don't need to. You can just step on it and use your body weight to clip them in. It's also less likely to scratch by doing that. I definitely made it look a lot easier to unclip it than it is. You may need to put a bit of elbow grease and really bend the tiles for it to unclip. It's definitely doable, but you don't want to be doing it too often because it certainly isn't easy to unclip rather than it is easy to clip in. So now that that's all in place, I have to do the edges. Now, to be honest, this is the part I was dreading, mainly because I'm terrible at anything DIY. My wife often tells me not to touch anything because I will wreck it. I'm more of a call a guy kind of person. But this was really seamless and easy to do. I measured tile by tile how much I needed to cut out and used my circular saw to cut it out. The reason I did it tile by tile was mainly due to the garage not being straight. I was very surprised with the cutting, as it was an open rib tile. I thought it would just crumble. But the structural integrity of these tiles are unreal. It left me with a nice clean edge and never looked like crumbling. The cutting definitely took the most amount of time. This is because every tile was cut at a different measurement. Therefore, I had to measure, mark it out, and then cut one by one. The main floor was really simple and didn't take long at all. Most of the time was spent doing these floors was on the cutting. That's not to say it's a hard process. It's a really easy process. It just took me a lot of time because of my garage. So as you can see, just putting the circular saw through the tile. The way I've clamped it's not great, so I'm gonna have to go to the other side and do it because the clamp was in the way of the circular saw. So as you can see, not DIY at all. So this is what the edge looked like, a bit rough coming out of the saw, but you can just pluck the frayed bits off and you have a nice smooth edge. Looking at all those edges, they are all nice and smooth. They're not rough at all. My measuring could use a bit of work, but the edges themselves are very, very smooth. So there we have it, a nice new modern looking garage in just one easy step. Don't click off the video just yet. I'm going to give you some tips and how I've found living with this particular flooring. Firstly, I want to say thank you to Sleek Space for hooking me up with such a great deal on this product. I have left their link in the description. Go and check them out. I also made sure I looked after my viewers by getting them a discount code. So make sure you use the code IITD at checkout for discounts on your order. So some tips when installing the flooring. Make sure you start at the top of the garage and work your way back. Be consistent with tile placement, for example, ensuring clips versus clip-in sides are all the same, which is what I mentioned earlier in the video. And the last tip is when you are cutting, do it away from your work area. There is so many rubber particles that come out of the flooring and just end up on the floor when you cut the flooring. So make sure that after you've swept, you're not just putting more dirt and dust on the floor. You'll find that after the process is complete, you'll see all the particles that have come off on the floor just under where you've cut. I've now had this flooring for a month, and to be honest, I've loved every second of it. I have a smile every time I walk into my garage or drive my car into my garage. It has completely transformed my garage without breaking the bank. I've read about issues people have with the flooring, and the two main ones that they come up with is that they pop up when you turn on them. So they come up and pop up when you turn on them. For my garage, it's straight when I drive onto it, when I drive off it. Therefore, I haven't found this issue. The other main issue is that it gets dust trapped under the flooring. This is true, however, you can just use a blower to get rid of it. It's not that hard. The dust and debris would come into the garage even if you didn't have the flooring. I find a simple once over with the blower is enough to clean the flooring. However, I'm interested in your experience. Please comment below what your experience has been with this type of flooring. Have you liked it? Does it make you smile when you see it? Or do you completely disagree with me? Let's talk about it in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks again.